know, Psystorm wasn't used in PvP.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay, this is the exciting one. We're seeing Zest do something new. So
All
he
right.
has some sort of plan, some sort of vision for how the game can be played a bit differently in this matchup.
Yeah. So what is it now? He's making another Void Ray.
It's going to be Mass Void.
It's going to be Mass Void Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope this works.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see this, man. Like, he's making 3 voids at a time right now. Aspire just started. Solar doesn't know what's going on. He's seen an Oracle, he's seen 2 voids. That's his intel. Oh, now he's seen 3. He's seen 3 voids now.
And there's a number where you start to see, you go, okay, what is going on here?
Yeah, and like with this Spire, I would imagine you can't go Corruptor. Because voids will do well against Corruptors if they're anywhere near similar numbers.
Right.
But Spire just in general, I don't think should be the way to answer this, right?
You think he wants to go Mass Muta and just...
If you go Muta, like, they'll just go into Phoenix and you're dead, right?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah,
So,
you have a backup tech.
I think that when you see him, maybe at first you're thinking Corruptor, but are you going to go Corruptor against this many voids?
So now he knows, by the way. This is the moment where he knows he's supposed to...
Dude, yeah, I think Mass Queen would be better. I think Hydras, plus their little Hydra hearts, would be better.
I think Hydras definitely would be better.
I think Infestors might be a good choice, but here's the thing, right? He's bringing this build, and who knows how much practice Solar has at the top of the ladder.
Yeah, there's a very high chance Solar is completely thinking on his feet here.
Yeah. Okay, he's making mutas.
Okay, the Queens are coming up here now to try to take the fight. There is a Spore. I actually didn't see that earlier, but there is a Spore, which makes it pretty hard to actually commit to this area.
Well, the Queens are probably the scariest bit of that between the transfusions, their range. They aren't armored, so all kind of helpful in that regard. Uses this actually to show some creep. That's actually kind of a big deal. Look at this. He's getting a lot of Overlords here.
Yeah, well, anything in the presence of these Void Rays is not going to survive. But again, the Zerg now knows what it's up against. So Solar is responding to this with whatever he thinks is best. And I do like the Muta counterplay. It's going to force a recall back, which is going to free up the map here. But, and you were saying this earlier, Artosis, I mean, you just go Phoenixes from here.
Yeah, he's making quite a few Phoenixes, but Solar's not staying on this.
Yeah.
Like, the plan, it looks to me, is you go Mutas, you force them into some Phoenix, and then you have, like, a weird middling amount of Phoenixes and Void Rays against Mass Hydra. That seems to be the choice, but Zest didn't really stay on this. He's actually gone into charge, and I think his idea is to just go mass ground, like mass gateway units with this, but Solar's countering again with the Lurker Den.
Yeah, this is a funny thing, especially in games with Zergs, where it's like each side's trying to get the counter to the unit composition. And yeah, maybe the Void Rays kind of force Zerg into this certain type of production that makes them actually weaker versus the inevitable push from the Protoss. Maybe that's what's happening here.
Yeah, this is a fascinating game, though.
Yeah, this has already been, I think, one of the most interesting series with the insane cheese from Solar in Game 1, and then this really
some very different builds.
This build, I can't tell you guys if we're ever going to see this build again. This might be like the one time we see this. Like, Zest is crazy, and then we move on from there.
That's a lot of Hydras. That's hard to engage into.
Yeah, but the speed lots are here, and there's not a lot of links. Okay, so immediately the Mutas can't actually take a fight. The Hydra number is starting to get smaller and smaller. There's more Adepts and Zealots and Stalkers coming in over here. The Mutas, again, cannot win the fight against the Phoenixes.
Yeah,
did Zest just win this game?
Yeah.
I can't quite tell.
I think so. I mean, he's got his Prism right outside here. He's about to have another round, and almost all the units are dead. Yeah, he did it.
What?
Right?
I think so, yeah.
It's hard to say. With a few units left over, just the Sky Army can almost win, and then you get another round of Zealots?
Yeah. No, I think Zest actually won the game. I'm just not used to seeing Void Rays actually fight stuff, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't quite have the...
a bit harder to judge.
Yeah, I don't have the instinct for it. Since it's such a not used unit, especially in mass like this.
Well, we've definitely seen him making a comeback with the new patches. It's interesting, he did not even go for any sort of Fleet Beacon play or anything.
Yeah.
Just the base Void Ray. All right, some Lurkers being made. Well, Zest did a lot of damage. His economy's looking pretty smooth. I would love for him to have taken a 4th base during that. I think that's the one thing he could have done better here.
Here's what.
But Solar is going to try to hold on with Lurker Tech, which, to be honest, like, if you think of, for instance, when we saw Zound playing, right? Like,
yeah.
Against Armani, and Armani was like, well, I'm basically dead, but let's just get into Lurkers. When you have Lurkers, you kind of become mostly invincible against gateway units.
Yeah, there's not an easy way for gateway units to come in there and breach the defense if the Lurkers are in position.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like Zest, once he recognizes what's occurring, he's already got 3 Stargates. You can go carrier here very simply to mention. But Zest is getting the fleet beacon. So I would be extremely surprised if he does not go carrier here.
No, I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I think he will go carrier.
And the mistakes that we saw from Zound were things like not trading in bits of his army to actually get the carriers. And I think that's something Zest won't mess up here.
Now,
like, he'll start to get aggressive, trade some of his units out, and actually make the units that count.
Will we ever see Zest do this again, or do you think this was a one-off weird?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Strat.
I think we could see him do it again.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
It doesn't feel like a one-time only thing because there's some flexibility to it. Like, he went 3 Stargate Void Ray, yes, but it didn't feel like it was all in, right? It was on 3 bases. He transitioned into another unit set. He was ready for mutas with the Phoenix production. Now that there's Lurkers out, he's switching to that. Yeah, no, it seems all right. We'll see how it develops, though.
There's also a dark shrine on the way here, too, to kind of finish up all the tech. And for now, it does seem like growth is going to be a problem here for Solar on this map. He's not going to be killed easily, but he's also not going to be able to just take new locations. And I think if I'm the Protoss player, I just stay back and keep poking out these new bases and let the game,
absolutely,
you know, let the game sort itself out. In that sense.
Yeah. You're not going to break his 4-base layout,
right?
Because he's basically defending 2 positions. You're not going to with this army.
Oh,
so just roaming like this and killing bases on the fringes, it's perfect.
This is also a map where there's not a whole bunch of, you know, places you could try to sneak a base. You know. It's pretty easy to keep the Zerg contained and under control.
Okay, big counterattack actually coming in from Solar, but that means that Zest can hit somewhere else. And that's really weird, because he started to hit and then he pulled his army back, which...
Yeah, he's going to actually recall back here, so let's see how this actually goes.
Okay, well, he should have some Psy Storms in there, so it should go well.
Yeah, but Lurkers are now in position here, so the ground army's going to have a hard time fighting this. These Templars need to actually cast Storm.
Where
there we
are
go.
These Storms? Oh my god, he actually loses a lot of the High Templars. But he's got flying units here against Lurkers. That was... His ground army got truly shredded there. I think it would have been better to kill that base and lose his 4th, but I guess he saves the 4th base.
Does he save this Nexus?
Oh my god. A Bruce Willis Nexus.
That's right. Just bleeding to death through the whole game.
Wow.
So, Protoss is stabilized, has actually miraculously saved both of these bases here. And now the counter push comes in here. And again, I mean, the Zerg does need to keep growing. The Protoss, it is an odd game because the Protoss has actually outgrown the Zerg. But I guess that number of Hydras is enough to threaten the carriers to back up.
Oh, I almost felt like he could have fought that.
I was wondering the same thing. I thought, is that really...
How many assaults does he have under those carriers?
I'm not sure. I guess not enough if he runs away.
Too, though. I don't know. It felt like he could have fought that.
You just need anything, like even that number of zealots we saw right there.
Yeah. Okay, well, he's continuing to add carriers. Here's some High Templars to add in. So definitely increasing the strength of his army, no doubt.
Okay, again, we have another push coming in here. It's pivotal for Solar that he keeps this base alive. If Protoss comes through here and smashes this, the Zerg is eventually just going to run out of resources. We see even over here on the right side of our screen.
Yeah.
Almost mined out the minerals there. There's one other base to the upper left.
It has more minerals than this, but it's not going to last forever.
Yeah, it is definitely temporary.
Zest getting ready here.
Yeah, and this is a very good position to set up here with the Spore and the Lurkers.
Dude, that has to be too many carriers, right?
I
Plus
think
a few Psy Storms.
I feel like when I look at this, I think Protoss has to win, but Zest, I guess, thinks otherwise.
Oh, there you go. That's
there it is. Perfect.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it better than this.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Is he just waiting for that Archon to finish? What's the deal here?
Yeah, the Archon doesn't really matter at all. You're playing against Hydra Lurker. Like,
Yeah.
he used feedbacks on all the Vipers,
Yeah.
which means nothing can be abducted, which means the carriers, like, I feel like he missed an opportunity there.
He might be just a little bit too passive, but let's see what happens here. This is chased away. Is this going to, with these Hydras over here, will that invite the carriers over to that other base?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna multi-prong harass, oh my God, he's gonna recall into the main, I think.
Oh, that would be pretty insane.
That would be insane.
Oh, this would be like one of the, it's like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
He's going to do it.
He's
Watch
going to do it.
This is beautiful. I love this. Yes!
Oh my God.
Yes!
What in the world? Look at
You'll
this.
see this every day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to kill all the tech. The Lurkers can't reposition in time. They'll have to run up a pretty tiny ramp. There's Templars easily in position to storm this. Here we go now.
Yeah, some Corruptors are here now as well.
And
okay,
I
nice
think
abduct.
it's fine to lose the Mothership. I think it's already served its purpose. Wow.
Oh, those spines actually almost got all the High Templar.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, Protoss closes in here, and this is one of the most insane games I have ever seen.
That was wild. I love the recall. I was wondering why he didn't attack in.
Yeah.